Hey everybody, I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA. I own Choice Tax Relief. Today I'm answering a question from Ben about IRS installment agreements. Ben says, one time a person told me he pays about $50 a month to the IRS and owes $40,000 in federal taxes. I was curious if that's even possible. He says, a guy told me he does this. I was just curious if it's possible. I find it pretty odd if it's possible since it's paying the IRS back very slowly. LOL. He said he's on a payment plan. So Ben, good news is, yes, there are people out there. There are plenty of people out there paying the IRS $50 a month on $40,000 of tax debt, maybe even $400,000 of tax debt, maybe even $4 million of tax debt. It's possible because of the partial payment installment agreement PPIA program. That's, I think it's about 24, 25 years old now. Okay, it didn't used to be a thing with the IRS. This was something the W. Bush administration pushed through as part of one of their tax acts. So, it's not old, but it's not new either. But it's been around for 20, 25 years. A partial payment installment agreement is installment agreement payment to the IRS that's not really based on how much you owe, right? But on how much you can afford. And if you can prove to the IRS that based on your income, your available equity and assets, your monthly living expenses, necessary living expenses, you can only afford to pay them $50 a month. Just one, who's on the 50? Well, Ulysses S. Grant, one president grant per month, right? You probably wouldn't pay him cash, pay him online, but then that's all they can take from you, right? Because demanding that you pay more, you have demonstrated that if the IRS demands you to pay more, it would cause you economic hardship. Okay? Economic hardship is a big deal when it comes to the IRS, and it's the basis of a lot of our arguments we make to the IRS on behalf of our clients here at Choice Tax Relief. So, but Ben, you said this seemed odd because it's paying the IRS back very slowly. It's even better than that. Your friend or this guy or whoever told you this, he's not even going to end up paying the IRS in full at all. Right? Because the IRS only has 10 years to collect a tax debt. And if you're only paying $50 a month, that the bulk of that $40,000 of tax debt is going to drop off at that 10-year mark well before he pays it off making $50 monthly installment agreements. Okay? Some people call the PPIA the rich man's offer in compromise because not a lot of people qualify for an offer in compromise. Okay? Not a lot of people qualify for a PPIA either. But you can have a little bit more assets, right, and qualify for a PPIA, specifically equity in your home, than you could like for an offer in compromise, right? So sometimes the PPIA is an excellent option that will result in the majority of a taxpayer's tax debt dropping off. Now, not every PPIA is for $50, right? Sometimes the lowest we can argue is $300 or something like that. We've gotten PPIAs for people for like $10,000 or $15,000 a month because they owe millions, right? And they're thrilled with that. Okay. So, it's all relative. I think I made a video the other day about how tax relief is all relative. But, yes, no, this is definitely a thing that happens every day. Every day PPIAs are set up with the IRS. Folks, if you have a question about this stuff, please leave it in a comment below. I'd be happy to answer it. If you owe the IRS or your state at least $10,000 in back taxes, you qualify for a free consultation with us here at Choice Tax Relief. BBB accredited, A+ BBB rating, a lot of great reviews online, none of which are fake. So give us a call, 866-8000-TAX. That's 866-8000-829. Or you can go to choicetaxrelief.com, fill out the form on the website, and we will reach out to you. I have some other videos on the left-hand side of the screen about IRS PPIA's partial payment installment agreements for your education and enjoyment. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.